So what are we doing tonight? Going to replace some stuff on the Clark Custom in the trigger pack there. I'm going to swap out the ancient. This trigger action was made in 2007. I'm going to swap this out for. I'm going to swap out the magazine retention piece for one's a little heavier, a little better. Designed, has optional springs to put in so you can pick whatever tension you want. And obviously I need to balance out my bench here because everything wants to roll away, which is not good when you have pins and such, which I've already moved. That's what the tape's for, is to hold the pins in place when I get to a certain point. So that's from Kid, and from NDZ Performance is a flat earth extended mag release I'm going to put in, see if I can effectively get the mag out quicker for NRL. Not quite the same, but not too far off from the action housing. So pretty good match from Clark and NDZ. So this is already, pins are already taken out. So let's look at this and see how we are going to do this. So I learned that pins are always a problem with a Ruger. They just like to drop and go where you want. So needing to replace this, needing to keep the magazine or the bolt hold open in place, I'm going to use a punch. I'm going to slide through there to get the pin out, put that in a safe place, and leave this in here for the moment. Now I do need to withdraw it mostly to pop this out by pushing in the magazine holding button. It's like a dual purpose situation here where it holds that tab inside of there along the left side of that pin. Probably hard to see. Now, so we're going to slowly release that, put that in a safe spot, put the old release in a safe spot. We're going to grab our new nice shiny one from Kid and we're going to drop into there. Now we're going to push this down. Now here comes a little manipulation. You might not be able to see everything I'm doing. But we're going to slip, again, this tab, the left side of this is going down on the left side of that column. You can see when we release that, it holds it into place. But now we need to line this up so it's on a pivot point using the same hole that our magazine, or excuse me, our bolt hold open runs through. So we want to make sure we've got this adjusted appropriately, and we're going to try to line those holes up. Not like that for sure. I don't know how to get my hand out of the way for the purpose of doing this, so let's make sure we're through here, and we're not. There we are. Going to pop this down. Move this back just a little bit. We want this to slide in so those holes align, and that catches when we release that. There we go. It started through. Can we come through the other side? There we are. New trigger releases, or magazine release is in. You can see how when we operate this, it's how our magazine drops. Now, hopefully, playing this out correctly, we're going to just push this straight back through the other side. Wiggle it through, and hopefully, without much problem, we will come through the other side. And of course, we're not completely aligned, and that's why, because this went ahead and popped out. Great. We're through everything but the magazine hold open slot. And it is just right there. I can see that pin trying to come through. It is just so much right there. Should not have to tap it, but there we go. There we go. We're through. A little bias on that, but here we are. Now, because what I said before, I don't want pins dropping out. When we're doing stuff, I'm going to put this in here for the moment while we check this out further. Go ahead and pop this back in. Actually, let's kill two birds here. I'm going to go to the rear first. All right, we're in on both sides. Want to make sure they don't just slide right out the other side. I have done that before. Slide this one in. That one's fairly loose. If anybody has some suggestions about how to do this better without using painter's tape, or are there better pins to be had for those that are old and worn out, greatly appreciate hearing about it. So now here we are. We're all back in normal operating position. So let's pop this over. Let's see what we've got. Take our clip. I'm used to doing this backwards, upside down, and left-handed, so pop in our clip. Pops right out. But how does that, does it work well when I'm actually, turn it over here. The firing position. Just reach straight front. Looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I think it'll really be beneficial. The more I use it, the more I practice with it. Fire, release. Going to work much better when I'm back in the stock. That'll be next. I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of that, but here we are again. Replace the magazine button, the magazine release armature, and we're putting her back in the stock. That was a horrible video, but I think you get the gist. Definitely, after a couple different attempts, use the punches as placeholders in there. use the tape to keep everything secure while you're moving things around. And yeah, we'll be good. Thanks.